Hey, it's Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. Another No BS social media chat. Today we're talking about going mobile, and I don't mean going mobile. I mean, well, using our social media with our smartphones. One of the things, I don't know if you struggle with, but I often still struggle with it, is having all of my apps in the right place, figuring out which apps to use, which apps not to use, how to structure them. I mean, it's funny, and I wish there was a way to take my smartphone and show you exactly how I have it structured, because again, it's not necessarily the right way for you. But I've got my main apps, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, all right there on the front. Then I have little folders set up for my extra special social tools. For me, in this particular case, I've got my Facebook Pages app to manage my artist pages. I've got Periscope and Meerkat. I've got If this then that, Ift. Check out that app, by the way. That may be something you're interested in. We'll talk more about that later. I've got my Repost app for Instagram. I've got my InstaSave for Instagram for the direct messages. And I've also got another social tool set up for just photos in general. I take a lot of photos, so I've got Snapseed. One of the apps I highly recommend. I tweak every picture that comes through on my phone just to make sure the coloring's right, the focus is right. I can crop it a little bit better. I really love Snapseed, as well as just your general photo apps and your Flickrs, and then the apps you want to use for part of your social media, whether you use InstaWeather, InstaPlace, if you use any of the picture joiner apps, where you can make those cool little collages, if you will. I highly recommend using those too. Finding your strategy, finding your rhythm when it comes to social media. Again, whether it's for personal use or whether it's for business use. I think it's important I'm constantly searching for tools that will get the job done for me. The other day, my wife had a video that had been texted to her, and we were wanting to edit out part of it and just post part of it online. And I'm still not happy with the right video editor. And then I have one that works in an iOS, and it goes away. A lot of times too, when I'm out with a client, I want to upload some video, and depending upon if you're on Wi-Fi, it's easier, but if you're on the phone line, it's not. And I've not had a lot of great luck, especially when you're posting it to YouTube, just having it post up. I understand it works better with Android phones than it does with iPhones, but I found a program called iLoader that I use to upload my video, and it puts a nice little title on it, and it really cleans it up and tightens it up a little bit. But the editing function of that isn't always the greatest. Instagram edits videos great, but then they're going to be square. So you got to play with them. You got to learn the tools of the trade, whether you've got the Facebook Pages app, which I highly recommend if you're running a Facebook page. You got to have, of course, the Facebook app for your profile, your YouTube app, again, your Instagram app, Twitter, whichever Twitter client you choose to use. I use the actual Twitter app. I find it easiest now. And then for all the specialized sites you're working with too, your Snapchats and your Vines and your Google Pluses and your Pinterest, you'll want to have all those. But you'll definitely want to, especially if you post a lot of pictures, a lot of video, which I highly recommend with your social media. I highly recommend that you look into some of the video editing apps. Again, whether they're free or whether they're paid. A lot of times too with those kind of apps, especially like with the picture joiners and the collage makers, you get ads in front of them. So it's almost worth, I test them out for a little while. If I like it, I'll then upgrade to the paid ads app so I get ad free, and it works a lot quicker. But again, you want to come up with a strategy. You want to find those apps that work for you. And then too, what I do is I don't leave a lot of music now on my iPhone. I keep the apps to a minimum. I keep the ones I'm going to use, so that way I can upload a lot of pictures and a lot of video, and I don't have to constantly dump it, download it, because I save everything. When a picture, you may not use it now, but it's going to come back and you may want to use it later. I do that all the time. Same thing with video. I don't necessarily want to post all the video I take at one time. You'll bore people quickly, so I save a lot. But of course, you got to have a lot of memory on that phone to make sure you're able to do that, and there are a lot of tools for that. But if you're thinking about the social media process, it's easiest from the desktop, it's easiest from the laptop, it's easiest from a computer. But let's face it, most of the time we're on the go. Most of the time when we're doing social, it's with the iPhone, it's with the Android phone, it's with the Windows phone, it's with the iPad, it's with the tablet, whatever it is. It's always best to work with the mobile tools, and you got to experiment. If you've got a mobile tool you want to share, let me know. NoBSSocial.com is the website. You can find us on YouTube as well. No BS Social is our page there. You can subscribe on YouTube. I guess you can hit the RSS feed on No BS Social, but I hope you'll stop by again next week. We'll chat more about social media, another No BS Social Media chat. You want to chat with me personally? All my information, all my contact info. I won't bore you with that now. It's coming up here at the end of the video. Thanks. Have a good one.